Shabbat Shalom. How do we raise our children? And what is our vision for our children, even if we don't have them right now? What kind of life do we want to be living so that one day our kids will follow in those footsteps? Well, we bless our daughters every Friday night that they should be like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And how do we bless our sons? You would think also, like we're blessing our daughters to be like the matriarchs, we should bless our sons to be like the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But we don't. We bless our sons to be like Manasseh and Ephraim. Who are Manasseh and Ephraim? Joseph's two sons that were born in Egypt when he was a big shot in ancient Egypt, saving them all from famine. Why? What was special about Manasseh and Ephraim? Well, first of all, they got along, which, believe it or not, is a big deal in the book of Genesis. Because if you look at all the bad relationships between siblings, starting from Cain to Hevel, killed his brother Hevel, and then you have Esav and Yaakov, and before them Yishmael and Yitzchak. Brothers did not get along, culminating in the problem between Joseph and his brothers who threw him into a pit. We want our children to get along like Manasseh and Ephraim did, without being envious, jealous of each other, just supporting each other because we're part of the same family. We want the best for the other. But there's a deeper reason. Manasseh and Ephraim, we also bless our sons to be like because they stayed Jewish in exile. We have a very difficult life in exile. And I don't just mean, I mean a life of prominence, acceptance, and affluence. It can often be more difficult than a life of persecution and anti-Semitism or poverty. We are so loved and accepted, even with all the anti-Semitism unfortunately rearing its ugly head again. There's a certain level of acceptance that we have in our society where we lose ourselves. We become assimilated. Will our children stay Jewish? Manasseh and Ephraim stayed Jewish even though they were living in a very pagan, polytheistic society when their father, Joseph, was busy running the country. It's not an excuse. Just because we're living in that kind of foreign environment doesn't mean we can't still bring our Judaism into it. Doesn't mean we can't still stay loyal to Torah and to mitzvot. Manasseh and Ephraim taught us that we can do that. And that's why we bless our sons to be like them, that they should turn out like and continue the tradition of Joseph, not only observing Judaism for themselves, but bringing the wisdom of Torah for all of humanity like Joseph did. And that is one way of ensuring that your kids, our children, the next generation will stay Jewish even if we're living in a Jewishly foreign environment. We can still stay loyal, steadfast, and true to what Torah is all about, a life of holiness and spirituality, a life where we are being ultimately a light amongst the nations and maintaining our identity. Shabbat Shalom.